Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are on day one for the Buncha Berries event. And yeah, before we can get into that, we got to finish up last week, which was just a chill week at expert mode green grass. So, you know, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy, but we did finish a couple missions. We got to Ultra 4, which is going to give us the very nice small dream cluster, which we're definitely going to need eventually. Yeah, I did. I don't know how I messed that up. I forgot to, actually, I know exactly what I did. You'll see here in a minute what I did to mess that up to not get those ice type candies. Yay, go me. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report and let's see what we can get going on for this final sleep report of the week. I'm hoping we get at least 25k Dream Shards again. That would be nice, but you know, it's kind of been a rough week. But that's all right. We got good things coming up. 9 hours, 50 minutes of sleep. That makes sense. I was very tired. I slept in today, trying to catch up on some sleep. That's looking kind of balanced, but not enough. Snoozy type. Snoozy type it is. All right. Cool, cool. Good stuff all around. That's going to give us, we should have like 150 million, I think. 158.7 million drowsy power. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, only one 3-star though, but in the top belly, so that'll help. Maybe a couple of those 2 stars will be worth something. We'll see what's up. Let's see. Pikachu, Charmander, who else we got? Oops, something right there. Oh, Comfey, I haven't seen you in a little bit. So we got Slackoth, Charmander, Comfey, Ralts, interesting. Eevee, Charmander, Growlithe, and Pikachu. Not too bad. And 31,000 Dream Shards already, without even having caught anything yet. So let's see maybe one of them's hungry. I wouldn't mind catching the Eevee. The Comfey would also be kind of cool. We need a good one. Growlithe, I don't need a good one. We have a near perfect one. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? If we're not gonna catch anything, I'll wait on the Eevee and I'll just feed the Comfey again. And we'll slowly catch that over time. It's not something we need right now. So we'll just slowly make our way there. Which does mean we're not going to catch anything today. Kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, want to save the meager amount of biscuits I have left for the Buncha Berries event. It's going to be quite interesting. We also have to talk about Natu and Xatu today. That was something I forgot to mention early on. We got to talk about Natu and Xatu, so we got all that coming up as well. For now, candy-wise, I almost feel like Comfey candy is the one to send out because it feels very rare, but I also don't really know too many people using a Comfey, particularly on my friends list, so I'm sure there's going to be one out there, and just for that one person, you know what? I'll send it out this time. Might as well. Got to show some love to the people that use the less used Pokemon. Nothing wrong with that. That does mean that we stuck with our 9,085 research XP and 22,742 Dream Shards for a grand total of 31,837? 27? I don't know, somewhere around there. 31,000 something, almost 32,000. That's a very good end of the week. And yet again, another Sunday sleep report that doesn't really have anything too crazy on it. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's super weird. Anyway, let's move on. We've got other things to do this week. We got the Buncha Berries to get into, which is going to be really nice. That is 25% area bonus on expert mode, so that's good too. Don't have to worry about that as much anymore. Come on. Weekly summary. Let's get this done and out of the way. All right, week 114, we've got 1,586,966 final strength with 358,668 gains from berries and 1,228,298 gains from cooking. So our little experiment to see how a normal expert week went without all the buffs yielded interesting results. I thought we would have at least made it to Master 1. We possibly could have if we didn't get salads. I did not mean to click that, but didn't quite make it there. We did do better. I think the first time we were here, I'm not even sure that we went to Ultra 1 the first time we went to expert mode. So getting to Ultra 4 is actually pretty good. It's good progress. We will, maybe next time we get to Master 3, but I don't know. We'll see. We did get an overall grade of A that gives us 4 small handy candies, which is not bad. We can definitely use those. I'm kind of surprised I didn't. Well, that one day that I went to sleep at like 1:30 is probably what ruined that. But it is what it is. More handy candies. We'll put that to good use. For now, bunch of berries. We're going to go to Lapis Lakeside. I have not made it to Master 20 here yet. I kind of would like to this week, but at the same time, depending on if Natu is something I desperately want to catch soon, maybe I don't want to rush to Master 20. Maybe I want to keep scores low to help with the spawns, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. For now, we are going to go to Lapis. We're going to hunt that Natu, and we're going to see what else we can find while we're there. It's going to be a pretty good time, I think. I prepared pretty well. There's a gorgeous Snorlax right there. I still, in 2 years, have never seen a shiny Snorlax, and we got desserts and drinks. So we're going to re-roll, because as we talked about yesterday, we are setting up for salads. Another small ingredient ticket. Sweet. But before we do anything, back it up. Don't check the news yet. Before we do anything, re-roll, get salads. That's what we want to do. It would be nice if there was an option to re-roll from that screen. I'll tell you what screen I'm talking about here in just a second. Boom. Go here. Use the easy travel ticket. Yes. Cool. This screen right here would be nice if we could re-roll from here. Like a little easy travel ticket button right up here in the top right next to Snorlax found. Just a little button right there for if we want to re-roll, instead of making us go all the way through the bag every time. Because now we got to go do it again because we got curries and stews. And we don't want curries and stews, we want salads. Easy travel ticket again. Will the third time be the charm? That's the question. Come on, buddy. Love me, game. Love me. I mean, what I want. Is it salads? That is not. Nope, that is desserts and drinks. We gotta do it again. One more time. This is the one. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones. This is the salad roll. Come on. Give it to me. Give me the salads. That's all I want. That's all I want. Even though, as somebody pointed out in the comments, I should focus on berry Pokemon this week and not cooking, which, you know, fair point. We just might do that. That's desserts and drinks again. But I do still want a favorable meal type. I went to research community way ahead of time. 49. Let's go ahead and count that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The doubled up out of 49. Very good. Very good odds. Gorg the Borg, level 3. Another link cable. Very nice. All right, well, with that out of the way, I hit the wrong button again. No wonder I went to community reports. I don't know where my fingers are at. Okay, let's try again. Is this gonna be the one time that I just randomly can't get the meal type I want? This one random bunch of berries week where I just wanted salads really badly? Is that what's gonna happen here? Come on, buddy. At least we get to see all the different Snorlaxes. Finally, salads. There it is. Just had to be very pessimistic about it is all it was. Okay, so as you can see, we have the Orange Brigade out. And that's why I didn't do the ice type thing for the ice type candies. One singular skill trigger there. Hopefully this week will be better, but at least we're going to start with some decent berries. 392, very good. Double skill trigger there is very nice. There's the big guy, the general of the army, giving us what we need. Nothing. Sadness. I mean, it's not surprising given that we're coming from expert mode. 4%, well, only a singular trigger there. That's sad. And nothing. So we have actually right about what I said it was probably going to be the real world scenario. 35%. We got 34%, which is fun. Super fun. So, you know, let's see if we can get a 1 in 3 on this meal. Let's throw in all these herbs and get it going. Wow. You know, sometimes I get them right. Did we get it right this time? No, we did not. No, we did not. I tried to get extra tasty just to get a nice jump start. Nothing. 120,930. That does put us within 3 meals of getting this to level 65. So that's good. That is very, very good. Sweet. All right. Eat up your meal. That's going to put us at pretty high. Grade 1 already. That's if the game isn't losing its mind. It does tend to lose its mind whenever we climb the ranks too fast. We do tend to confuse it. Yep, we made it to basic 2. There's one of our event missions done. Is it actual Grade 1? It is actual Grade 1. Okay, cool. Another berry. We will be Grade 2 here in just a second once he gets through some more of these berries. For now, though, you know what? Since we already did the community reports by accident, let's go ahead and check the news. Of course, no new news. No surprise there, but let's grab our medal. What did we get a medal for? It's got to be a number of... Oh! Not what I thought. I thought it was going to be a number of times you've researched certain types of Pokemon, but no. I've gotten 580 stamps, and that's going to give me 37,000 Dream Shards. Is a great way to end that expert mode week. I'll take that. That's really good. I think that might put us at like 1.8 million now, somewhere around there. We're getting up there, slowly but surely. There's Grade 2. We're getting up there. We are getting up there. All right, let's grab our 200 sleep points. I am all over the place today. I don't even know how I'm going to do the chapters in the video this time around. 200 sleep points is 2,925 sleep points for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, we can get Berry Week bundles are available. 20 more diamonds. Very good. Very good. We do need that. We need that for when the ingredient bag expansion comes out. I desperately need the ingredient bag expansion. It's a problem. It's a problem. Okay, well, with all that done, let's, I think, given the nature of this event, it's probably better to review the event this time before we get the team together so that we can kind of refresh on what the buffs are. The event, of course, is on all areas, on all days. Each time a helper Pokemon with a berry specialty brings you a berry, as it regularly would, it will have 1 extra. So if you have a berry specialist without berry finding, you get 3 berries instead. If you have a berry specialist with berry finding, you get 4 berries instead. Main skill berry burst and disguise berry burst effect times 1.4, so you get 40% extra berries from those effects. Mini candy boost is available. I did forget about that. And then pseudo balanced sleep and the, of course, berry specialist and berry burst Pokemon have a higher spawn rate. There it is. That's the word. So that's why it might be worthwhile focusing on berries this time around. Or maybe not focusing exclusively on berries, but maybe making a lower tier dish that only requires 1 or 2 ingredient Pokemon, but having a few berry finders on the team. The problem is, I don't think I have the best berry finders for this island. Hey. You know what? I appreciate that. Already starting off much better than expert mode. Very good. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna check and see. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what we can do. We got salads. First things first, though. Let's berry specialist. Snorlax's favorite berries. Honestly, getting that Musharna on the team is probably a solid idea. Yup. Get us some more Dream Shards, too. But berry finding. Helping bonus is all the way at 75, though. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Another idea. Recipes for salads. If we have a salad recipe that uses honey, that could be good, because then we can get Venusaur, who does have helping bonus. But it doesn't look like it. So I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, the only salad that uses honey is Calm Mind Fruit Salad, which actually is not bad. That's not terrible. We can get the apples. We can probably get all the corn. Not all. It's 12 corn per meal. But I already have it at level 59, so it's at a decent spot. Maybe we do that. But let's take a look at some of these other berry finders that we have. I don't know if now is a good time to invest in berry finders or if we should have already invested in them. That's the real dilemma here. Yeah, we do have this Chikorita that we could invest in. Skill trigger M, berry finding at 50. If we could get it to 50, but that'd be a hard sell. Plus the charge strength M would be really nice. That would be level 6 by the time we get it to level 50. XP gains down though. Yikes. Okay. You don't have helping bonus yet. Nope, also level 50. Man. I mean, could just do the Mankey army, I suppose. Huh. Or interesting idea. Maybe we finally use Cresselia. Maybe we do all three of these. The Musharna, and the 2 Munas. Plus Gardevoir, plus Cresselia. Maybe. I kind of like the idea. What does that give us ingredient-wise? Milk. More milk. And more milk. It's all milk. We would not be making anything too crazy. Okay. You already have berry finding, so don't have to worry about that. You already have helping bonus, but we need to get you to 50 for berry finding. And then you don't get berry finding till 75. So this would be the priority to get to 50 and level up right now to get both helping bonus and berry finding. Cresselia, I don't know why I backed all the way out. Cresselia, where are you at? You are right there. Yeah. The problem is that this is only level 1. Only level 1. However, we would get a bunch of berries. Sadly, Lunar Blessing isn't buffed like Berry Burst is. But this is the only Berry Burst I have that's worth investing in. And it would need a mint. But we would need to get it to 50 first, then give it the mint. Man, this is actually kind of tough to not focus on salads. This is kind of tough. It's kind of a tough choice. And at the same time, I don't really want to invest too much. We know Amber Canyon is just over a month away, so I don't want to spend a ton of Dream Shards right now either. You know? I do think I want to try to get more berry specialists on the team as much as possible. And I think that we can easily do that. I think I'm going to keep this Musharna on the team. I minted Long Press. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think I am going to keep this Musharna on the team. Yeah. It's the highest level berries I have right now that are favored. And in the meantime, we shouldn't have a problem with the rest. Potato-wise, though, what we can do is get Victory Bell on the team. That will give us tomatoes and potatoes. And we don't actually need too many potatoes, so there's no reason that Victory Bell can't cover it unless we just get really bad RNG. But there we go. There's another favored berry with the ingredients we need. Beware also would give us the corn. And where are you at? Where you at, buddy? There you are. That'll give us the corn and another favored berry. And then we have Dragonite for some oil. Because no matter what, oil we don't have a favored berry for. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And that would mean that we are set to get some ingredients for green grass salad. And as soon as I get the ingredients we need, because we already had a really good start, we can start swapping out some of these Pokemon for others that are berry specialists and try to take advantage of those buffs. But I think for now, we just need to get some ingredients. We do have a 34% extra tasty chance. No, 38% now, because we got that extra little skill trigger. So 38%. And then we just get what we need. We're actually in a really good spot. So probably overnight, I will swap out for a bunch of berry specialists, let them run overnight. Might actually run that team I was talking about, the Musharna team with Cresselia. That actually could be really interesting. That could be really interesting. Kind of like that idea. I think that's what we're going to do. But for now, we're going to get some ingredients. And then we can set up our overnight team on this tab here. Yes, I like this idea. I want to see how it's going to play out. The only problem is, like I said, we don't have the manas invested yet. So maybe we... No, because I do like getting the level 5, but it is only a level 1 skill. Yeah. It's only 2 berries per Pokemon if we have 5. So, I mean, if we're going to drop 1, we might as well drop a couple because it's only going to be 1 anyway. But overnight, where is Musharna? You are right there. You know what? Let's take a look at some of these others. We don't actually need the manas. It would be better to get any of them that already have berry finding unlocked, which you do. So that will help with sneaky snacking overnight. And then who else? I mean, I guess technically we could just go for our highest level berry finders. Honestly, Raichu might make the biggest difference here. Let's see. Wow. Ninetales has higher RP? That's surprising. Maybe it's the speed and the berry finding. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. You know what? We'll try it. We'll try it. Why not? And then Gardevoir on the end for the heals. Just to make sure that we keep energy high for this team. Yeah, I think that'll be our overnight team. I kind of like it. Kind of. I don't know. I kind of hate it too. Because I kind of feel like I should just use Raichu instead of Primeape. I really feel like I should just use my higher level berry finders. Yeah. Yeah, kind of feel like I should. That's such a level difference that I don't even know that doubling the berries is going to make a difference. Let's go find out. Let's go find out. That's what we're here for. All right. Berries. Let's see. Repa berries at level, what is that, 54? Oh, way too far. That's going to be 93 strength at base. And then for cherry berries, at level, what level was that? 26. No, 52. So yeah, even doubled for being a favorite berry. It's still going to be more. So yeah. Yeah. You know what? Here's one thing we could do. Let's cheat a little bit. Help me pick berry finding. A team has been created for you. That's the best berry finders for this place. Funny enough, Meganium is the weakest. And let's put Gardevoir there. Musharna's there. Which means, yeah, we should actually drop Primeape. That's interesting. Very funny. Yeah, Raichu is going to be significantly faster than Primeape. So even though Primeape does bring in a little bit more per berry, Raichu gathers berries so much faster that it actually outperforms. So makes sense. Makes sense to me. Yup. All right, Cresselia, I want you on the team just for funsies. Where you at? Too far. There you are. I want to use Cresselia this time around. Yeah, that'll be our overnight team. That's pretty solid. Sweet. All right. I don't know. I was really looking forward to the Buncha Berries event, but then it's so contrary to how I normally play the game that I feel completely underprepared for it and don't really know what to do. So yeah. And like I said, I don't want to invest too much into Pokemon right now with Amber Canyon right around the corner. And yeah, we're gonna need some Dream Shards, so I don't really want to invest too much right now. You know? So we're not going to. Let's actually take a look at how many Dream Shards we have. We got quite a bit last week, I believe. Yeah, 1,837,000. That's right. We do need to invest in somebody, though. We do need to invest in somebody for the candy boost. And I think we know who that's gonna be because we have been talking about it for weeks. You. As much as I want to invest in my Darkrai, I also need to invest in you because we need to have you ready. I feel like getting that overstacking team ready to go is going to be really nice. 35,000 is not that bad. That is not that bad. That got us to level 39 on our Suicune, which is really nice. Really nice. Can we get to level 50 from here? No, we can't. I don't know why I even questioned that. We're going to get to 45. So I think maybe we might only need a couple more candy boosts to actually get Suicune to within range of 50 once we use our handy candies and type candies. So, you know, we're almost there. We're almost there. For now, I think the team is finally set up and ready to go. And you know what? Let's go ahead and recap these event missions, and then we'll talk about Natu and Xatu, and that'll be the last thing we do. For now, the limited time event missions, we need to get to Basic 2 to get a Natu instance, which we have already done. Get to Ultra 1 for 5 biscuits, Master 1 for 30 Natu candy, 15. Give out 15 biscuits for 8,000 Dream Shards, definitely want. Use 100 candies, which we will do for a friend instance. Use 7 instance, yay, for 25 Natu candy. Go to bed on time 3 times for 8,000 Dream Shards, and cook 12 times for 5 small handy candies. Definitely want to get all that. Let's go ahead and claim our Natu instance real quick. Boom, job done. And then our regular missions are finally back to normal. Get to grade 2 for 2,000 Dream Shards. Dratini instance at Master 3 is going to be really nice. The rest, pretty standard stuff. We don't have a use 281 candies, unfortunately, because that's going to happen this week no matter what. Unfortunately, we didn't get it this time around, but the rest, pretty standard. Should be able to get those done pretty easily. All right. I believe that is everything that we need to do for our little setup done and out of the way. Got the mini candy boost. We went over the mission bonuses. We got the mission, or the event missions. I said mission bonuses. The event bonuses. We got our event missions talked about. Yes, even though I was all over the place, we did do everything, but we've got Natu, Psychic type, very interesting, with Berry Specialty, which we kind of figured. The thing that caught me off guard was Ingredient Magnet. I was not expecting Ingredient Magnet S for Natu. I thought it was going to be Berry Burst as much as they were hyping up Berry Burst Pokemon, but a Berry Finder with Ingredient Magnet is not the worst thing in the world. It is kind of nice to have those extra ingredients, even though they're random, coming in when you are focused on a berry team. So it never hurts. It's either going to be what you need or it's going to be pot filler. So good stuff. The base frequency is 1 hour and 15 minutes, which seems a little low, but I feel like it's actually kind of average. I think just anytime I see something over an hour, I'm like, that's very slow, but I don't think it's that bad, actually. We'll see how Xatu looks here in a minute. The production rate for ingredients is, I feel, somewhat high. 18.5% for a berry specialist. I feel like it's normally closer to 15 for berry specialists, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's just me being super biased. but it is only Natu. It's fine. We'll see what Xatu looks like. 1.6% skill trigger rate is low, but it's kind of in line with Berry Specialist, so not really a surprise there. Of course, only 5 hearts to catch it. Gonna be pretty easy to catch. So, yeah. It seems like it's gonna be a pretty solid Berry Specialist just based on Natu. I haven't actually looked at Xatu yet, so I don't know if maybe that will change once I see the numbers for Xatu. But for right now, seems like a pretty decent Psychic Berry Specialist, which we only really have. I think we only have Mana and Musharna right now. Right? Yeah. Surely we have another, but I feel like only those two. Let's go take a look real quick. Mago Berries. I mean, according to Raynon, Xatu beats Musharna, which is not surprising. Yeah, only those two now. Cool. All right, sweet. Well, that spoils the ratings for Xatu, but it is what it is. Ingredient-wise, we don't really care too much about them for a berry specialist, but we've got eggs, cocoa at level 30, and apples at 60. If you're trying to min-max the amount of berries that you're getting, you're going to be looking for AAB or ABB. Either one brings in the same number of ingredients every collection if it does produce ingredients. But that does minimize the amount of ingredients in Xatu and Natu's inventory. So that's what you're looking for if you want to min-max. If you're like me and you just don't really care what they get, then you don't care what they get as long as the skills are good. But that's what you're looking for. It only takes 40 candies to evolve it at level 17, which is pretty nice. It's very nice to not have some crazy evolution methods forced on us yet again, but I don't know how they could have done that with Natu and Xatu, so that's good. This looks different. This does not look like what it usually looks like. I was trying to see what their drowsy powers are, and it looks like it only shows us one island at a time, which I guess reduces clutter, so that's fine. So for green grass, the 1-star for Natu is going to be a great 1 with 2,090,000 drowsy power. The 2 stars at Great 5, 8,322,000 drowsy power, and the 4-star Ultra 1, 46,208,000 drowsy power. So that's interesting. It doesn't show up till Great 1. Interesting. Okay, so it's not going to be terribly difficult to find, especially on green grass. For most of us, we should be able to find this pretty easily on green grass. So not too big of a deal there, outside of the fact that green grass spawn pool is just completely cluttered. But not going to be too hard to find, which makes me think that on Lapis, it's available at Basic 1. No surprise there. The drowsy powers are the same, so I'm not going to rehash those other than the 3-star because we haven't got there yet. But yeah, 1-star at Basic 1, 2-star at Basic 4, 3-star at Great 5 with 35,796,000 drowsy power, and the 4-star at Basic 5. So we have almost unlocked all of them outside of the 3-star so far, and I have a feeling we will get the 3-star by the end of the day. May not have the drowsy power for the 3-star, but I will most likely, let's see, Great 5 is 272. No, even if we get to Great 5, we won't have enough drowsy power. We need to be at least Ultra 2. Even though it does unlock at Great 5, you don't have enough drowsy power until you're like Ultra 2, Ultra 3 to even have a chance of seeing it. So there's that. So we probably won't see the 3-star tomorrow, but it is potentially possible. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not going to happen unless we get a really good extra tasty. But for expert mode green grass, which is going to be quite interesting, things are going to be a bit different. Of course, a lot is unsettled just because of the nature of expert mode, but the 1-star is at Basic 1, the 2-star at Great 2, the 3-star at Ultra 2, and the 4-star at Ultra 4. So if you're hunting Natu, that is what you're looking for. And I would recommend hunting Natu because 5 pips is easier to catch than whatever Xatu's going to be. I'm assuming Xatu's going to be 16, but we're about to find out. So let's go check and see. It's 12. Even better. Even better. Only 12. Not bad at all. Again, nothing changes. The ingredient production rate goes up to 19.1 from 18.5. So that's interesting. But 2.5% skill trigger rate, which is pretty nice on a berry specialist. I'll take that. That's not that bad at all, especially, like I said, bringing in the ingredients is very nice. That's very good stuff. It's either what you need or it's pot filler while you're running a largely berry focused team. So actually pretty solid, pretty solid. That frequency at 41 minutes and 40 seconds is very nice. That's a good one. I like it. Feels like it's a little faster than average, but again, disclaimer, I don't have all these numbers memorized because I typically don't focus on the numbers that much. I just go off of based on what my gut is telling me that I remember seeing in the past. And this feels slightly faster than average. So if I'm wrong on that, I'm wrong on that, but just be warned, I don't have all these numbers memorized. It would be impossible to do so. But this does feel faster than average. But yeah, pretty good stuff. 19 inventory base rate, not bad at all. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Nothing too crazy, but it's solid. And like we saw earlier, it is technically better than Musharna by a decent amount, I think it was. Let's see, Mago Berries. Yeah, all things equal. Actually, I believe this is with no skills. With no skills at level 60, 217 berries per day from Xatu and 193 from Musharna. Which, not really a surprise that it's better. It is Buncha Berries Week. I'd be surprised if they introduced a berry Pokemon that was weaker than its predecessor for Buncha Berries Week. But also, you get a lot of Dream Shards from Musharna, so it's kind of a trade-off. You get less berries, but you get more Dream Shards. So, I feel like that's pretty fitting. Xatu, though, is looking pretty solid. I definitely want to catch one for the collection. Of course, we always want a good one for the collection, so that's what I'm going to be going for. Ingredients, of course, are the same. If you are going to be hunting Xatu instead of Natu, which I mean, if you got premium biscuits, a hungry Xatu you can catch with just a premium biscuit, but I still would recommend hunting Natu because then you get the free level up on the main skill. But the 1-star Xatu on green grass is at Ultra 4, 11,780,000 drowsy power. The 2-star at Master 3, 31,806,000 drowsy power. And the 4-star at Master 4, 122,854,000 drowsy power. So it's going to be a tough one. Then Lapis Lakeside, we've got 1-star at Great 3, the 2-star at Ultra 2, the 3-star at Master 3 with 85,614,000 drowsy power, and the 4-star at Ultra 3. So we might see some of those later on this week. Who knows? And then for Expert Mode, again, a lot of stuff unsettled with 1-star at Great 3, 2-star at Ultra 2, 3-star at Master 3, and 4-star at Master 7. So does look like quite a bit of Dream Shards if you see one, though. Even on the 1-star, that's like 6,000 Dream Shards on its own. So pretty nice. All in all, good additions to the game. Again, only the second Psychic Berry Specialist we have, and now the current best Psychic Berry Specialist that we have. So pretty good. Definitely going to be hunting me one, trying to get one for the collection, trying to get that berry finding helping bonus if I can. We'll see. It seems to be more elusive the more I play the game, but we're going to see what we can do. But that is what we know about Natu and Xatu, and I recommend catching one because it's the best Psychic Berry Specialist in the game. So why would you not want to catch one? Unless you are just completely invested in cooking only. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for it. We're going to see what happens. And as part of one of our missions, we have to use 7 incense. I cannot use the Natu incense yet because we have to wait until 3 o'clock. I forget that every time, but I will be using the Natu incense tonight. And maybe a friend incense. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling when I'm about ready to go to bed. For now, let's see if we can wrap up with any main skills. Ingredients was what I just collected. No skill triggers at all, and hardly anything to show for it. 2 more, no, same herbs. Yeah, same herbs. Yeah, nothing to show for it, but it is what it is. Things will be better by the end of the week. And yeah, are you the one? No? Okay, fine. All right, well, that is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, YT Husky Star, JP Barty, Rogue Bastion, Josh Garrett, SDK Posse, and Blushing Sarah. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so for as little as $1 per month by clicking that join button right below this video. And while you're down there in the description, you can find the links to all my socials, the Discord, and the live stream channels where you can come hang out with us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and just watch me play other video games. But other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes.